Hello, bienvenidos, welcome back. As you guys can see from the title, today I'm doing something that I want to share with you guys, an idea that came up to me in my brain one day as I was organizing my makeup, and I thought I'd share it with you guys, which I'm very excited about. But before I get into the actual video, I wanted to share with you guys a product that was sent to me, and you guys, I am loving it. I've actually seen a few individuals talk about Dossier fragrances, and I was like, I don't know. They reached out to me, and we've been trying to collaborate for months now, you guys, and it just never fit in between both of our scheduling. And I finally was able to get them and us be on board with each other, and I was able to pick out 2 scents. Now, let me tell you something real quick. Have you ever seen me talk about perfumes on my channel? No. Have I ever shared with you guys my perfume collection? No. Why? Because I literally have 3 perfumes in my whole entire collection, and I'm embarrassed to say how old some of them are. I am somebody who doesn't like to spend an arm and a leg on perfumes for 2 reasons. One, it's very, very expensive, like ridiculously expensive, the ones that I end up choosing. It's just way too much with kids and everything. And 2, when you purchase a perfume, they spray it on that white cardboard, and it doesn't necessarily smell the same when it goes on your body. Like, your body chemistry changes it, and that has happened to me before, and I was not able to return the perfume, so I got stuck with this, and I ended up having to give away quite a bit of money because I just couldn't wear the perfume. So I am very hesitant when it comes to perfumes. I'm very picky because of that reason. And when I saw this brand, I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. Now, these perfumes are exactly like the smells you smell at Macy's when you pull out a perfume and oh my gosh, you guys, to the T. I picked out 2 of these. This one is the Flower Bomb Victor and Rolf. This is the white flowers one. And then I picked out this one in the Valentino Voss Vita. I had a sample of this one and Mr. Man loved it, so I ended up choosing this one. These lasted all day on my skin. They smelled just like you smell them at the store. Like, I mean, you could not tell that these were inexpensive perfumes. And sometimes when you purchase inexpensive perfumes, it kind of smell like acidic, and they don't really mesh with you well. Oh no, these do. My sister, who is very bougie and loves her perfumes, was sold. Like, she's already looking because she wants me to place an order for her. She loves these. The best part about these is if you buy a perfume from them, you have 30 days to return it if you don't like it. Even if you use the full size and they don't send you a sample size, you can return it, which is one of my favorite things, because I was a little nervous I wasn't going to like these because I obviously didn't smell 1 out of the 2. Love them, you guys. The prices are amazing. They range from $29 to $49, and the best part is, you guys, they have such a great value to their company. Like, the morals are amazing. They all have everything sustainability, which means their packaging, which this is what they come in, is all 100% recyclable, including their little notes. They send you the notes that go with your perfume, so you know exactly what it is you're getting and the concentration percentage, which is awesome. And the fact that these are made out of glass. There is absolutely no plastic. They're 100% plastic free. All their perfumes are cruelty-free, vegan, and they are clean, which is another thing I love, because if you're putting it on your body, you don't want to put more chemicals on your body. I love it. They have women, men, and unisex scents. And the best part is, you guys, is their 13 best-selling scents are being sold at select Walmarts. I'm actually going to check the Walmarts that I have around me because I want more. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I want more. I am so happy I gave this company a shot, because I was a little bit nervous. As I've told you guys, I'm not really into perfumes because they're just so expensive. So I really just wrote them off in my brain and just didn't buy any or care to look for any. I'm happy I did, because this is the company I want to go for. Mr. Man, I had him smell them, and he's excited as well because it's not breaking the bank if I want a new perfume. And it just so happened that for this Mother's Day, I told him, I said, I'm really wanting a new perfume. So I got 2 right now for basically the price of 1, not even at a Macy's. So I'm so excited, you guys. They gave me a coupon code. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it down in the description box. I don't get anything for this. This is just a coupon code for you guys to use. I'm going to use that coupon code because I'm going to purchase some of them myself. My sister wants to purchase some, you guys. It really is a good company. I've seen it being floating around, and you guys know how we are iffy with that on YouTube. No, I'm so excited that we were able to work together because I'm hoping that I get to work with them more in the future because I really love everything about this company so far. They're amazing, amazing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that before we get into today's video. Now, as you guys can see from the title, today I am sharing with you guys a boatload of palettes. This idea came when I started to realize that I did not want my palettes to just look like they only have one pan in the palette. They are still used because I'm trying to use my palettes when I pan them, but it's just one shadow that has pan. So I pulled out every single palette that has one pan that I want to rotate through. So I figured, let me just share it with you guys. So let me put this box down there because it's too heavy. If you're interested in seeing the palettes and maybe help me out to pick a second shadow to hit pan on, stay tuned. But first, if you're new, welcome. My name's Alejandra. I go by Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a Dash Project Pan. If that is something you want to continue to see on your feed, join us and subscribe. And now let's get on with the over 20 palettes that I have for you guys today. Now, as I have mentioned, there's a lot of palettes. Some palettes I even forgot. I went through each of my drawers individually so I wouldn't forget some, and I'm glad I did because there was some that I forgot to write down on my list. I have this basket right here that I shared with you guys, and this basket is where I'm going to keep them until I am able to reach a second pan in the palette. As you guys know, I am pulling out palettes each month or daily, weekly, just to help me out with my pan those eyeshadows or any other shadow that I am panning or hitting a usage goal in other projects. So that means that I have many opportunities to try to get more use out of these palettes and not make them look like they're just one shadow that was hit pan on and the rest of it basically wasn't used. Now I put the basket in front of me, you guys. Like, this is a big basket and it is heavy. It is heavy. I'm going to keep this on the side of my vanity so that way I'm always reminded of pulling out a palette in here. Now I'm going to try to make it easy for myself, you guys. And if I can choose a cream base color, I am. A transition shade, I am. I'm not trying to make this difficult, and I'm not trying to be the best of the best and trying to be like showing off or anything. That's not the case with these, but I want these to look like they were a little bit more loved. So when I do pull these out in other videos, or if anybody's going through my collection, it just so happens somebody's here, they're not just looking as to why did you only hit that one? Why are you only keeping the palette for one shade if that's all you like? You know what I mean? Because that's where my mind would go if I saw these. All right, so let's get started. We're going to go down memory lane, and you guys are probably going to remember a lot of these through my pan those eyeshadows or other projects that I did pull these out for. First one is this one. This is the Ciate Pretty Fun and Fearless. This is one of the very first pans that I had hit in my pan those eyeshadows, which was this one right here. This is the actual palette that I'm currently trying to hit pan on a second shade. I have dabbled in this palette a little bit more so it doesn't look like it's all brand new with one shadow that has pan. My goal is to try to hit pan on this one. Like I mentioned, you guys, if I can make it easy, I am. But I'm also using this one as a transition shade, which is what I'm wearing. These two I have on my eyes today. And I have dabbled into other shades. I have used these shimmer shades. I have used this shade. I have played around with some of these in here. The only colors that I haven't really used are these darker shades right here. But other than that, I have actually used this palette. So this is my first one, and I'm hoping to get a second pan in here. By the way, these are in no particular order. Here's another one. Remember this one? The I Want Candy palette. This one I had hit pan on Sweet Toffee. And for a Too Faced palette, these are not that deep, which surprised me. So of course I'm gonna look at this one, and I'm probably gonna pick one of these down here. These Cream Pie or Transition shade. Depending on what it is that I'm using that month, I'll probably go ahead and use one. Like, that one looks really pretty too. So yeah, this is the next one I want to try to at least try to hit pan on. My Jackie Aina one, this is one that I forgot I hit pan on. This one was this shade right here. This was the worst shade out of this whole entire palette. I got stuck with that palette, that shade, and you guys mentioned to me that that was a bad shadow to kind of judge this palette with. So I have all these. I have dabbled in it. Not much though. I barely touched this palette. So I don't know. I'm kind of really liking this shade right here. This one looks fun. These two look fun. This one's going to be a tough one to pick because all these shades are very pretty. I really like that one too. So I don't know. I don't know. This one will probably be pulled out in like the fall time. My Anastasia Modern Renaissance. I actually have been active in trying to hit pan on this one. I've been concentrating on these two reds. I did a lot in the month of February, pulling them in. I haven't really dabbled into anything else, but this one doesn't seem too hard to hit pan on any of these shades. I'm probably gonna try these four right here. These will be easy ones. Maybe that one has a lot of usage, but the red ones have a nice dip in them. So let's see. You're gonna see her somewhere. This is the Jouer Springtime in Paris Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow. I hit pan on this one. You guys can clearly see that that's the one that I'm gonna probably choose. I'm tired of saying probably. Just no. This is the one that I'm gonna choose. Okay, you guys. I have other options, and and I will be dabbling into the other ones, but this is probably this is the one that I'm gonna choose. All right, quad. And I should have mentioned that anything that is a duo or trio, I'm not going to choose to hit a second pan in because it's a duo or trio. It looks used. But a quad, yes. This one is going to be tough. It'll be this gold or this rose gold. I'm not a fan of this one, even though I could use this as a liner, but I'm going to choose one of these two. Hopefully in the summer. This one I forgot about. This is the ColourPop Sol or Mar, and this one is super old, you guys. They repackaged this one. This is an old school one. I had hit pan on here. I want to hit pan on this one or one of these two, or even this one, but I think I'll do one of these two or this one to hit pan on. That green is really pretty. Yeah, forgot about this palette. ColourPop Ooh La La. I hit pan on this shade right here. So it'll be either this one down here. This one looks really pretty up here. I don't know. I don't think I'll go for the pinks. I think I'll go for like something else down here. Like one of these, this one, maybe this one. An older one. Remember this one? This one I hit pan on, and I enjoyed the color that I was panning in here. This one is really pretty. I am not upset about this palette. So I hit pan on Thorn, which I kept calling it Thora. Obviously I can't read, but these have really beautiful one. I like this one. I like this one. I like this one. This one seems to be more the logical one, and this one's so pretty. This one's so pretty. So yeah, I have quite a bit of options in here. I have my Emeralds, which is currently in my monthly palette rotation. Ooh, this one's going to be a little bit tough because these are very pigmented. I'm trying to see if maybe this one will work for me. These are beautiful. I've already used this twice this past month, so I've gotten use out of it. This one's a beautiful shade. I might even incorporate that one. So I'm maybe working on this one or maybe that one to try to hit pan on. My Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. Ooh, these are relatively easy to hit pan on. So I honestly don't care which one I would choose. Maybe this one, this one, this one. I don't think I'd go for one of these two. These are pretty dark, so it'll be one of these three right here that I'll hit pan on. Old school one. This is the Laura Mercier Artist palette. I hit pan on the easiest shade. That was what was rolled into my pan, those eyeshadows, but I do have other. Did I just gouge that? No, I did not. But I do have these three right here. This one, African Violet, is the infamous one out of this palette, so I might even do that one. This one's really pretty too. This is a really nice subtle palette, so I'd be okay with any of the shades that I choose out of this one. Too Faced Chocolate Bar. This one I just recently hit pan on, and I have been playing around with this palette. I'm trying to get more use out of it. This one is really pretty. I'm trying to play around with the shadows that nobody likes to see if I can make them work, but I do like it. This one's going to be tough. I don't think this year I'm going to hit pan on this palette a second pan because all the shades that I have are repetitive in the ones that I'm trying to pan as well. And these are a lot deeper, a lot more pressed. Even though this one's old, it is still hard to hit pan on. So it's going to be in here for a hot minute. She'll just be neglected for a little bit. Beach Cosmetic Weekend Festival palette. I hit pan on Trixie last year, and I want to hit pan on a second one. Maybe this one. Or this one. I don't know about these. Maybe over here. I'm just trying. This one looks like a beautiful inner corner highlight. So I do have options in this one. These pans are deep, so I know this one's gonna take me a hot minute too. Coastal Scents Winterberry palette. Such a shame that they're no longer in business, but I'm actually happy that I have this. I hit pan on this one, so it makes sense to hit pan on maybe this one or this one. I wouldn't go with one of these deeper shades because it's just overpower the look, but maybe this one, or this one. I have a feeling those will probably be it. And I'm happy that I actually bought these the way that I bought them because I can actually pop these out and put whatever I want in them. Have a really nice mirror in here. So I will forever have a Coastal Scents palette. The other one that I have, this was the first one I ever bought from them. This is probably the first palette I bought that was not at a drugstore. This is the Coastal Scents Natural one. This one's like super old. They discontinued this so long ago. This is the shade that I had hit pan on. Here I have these two as my options or this one. This is gorgeous. I love how this shadow looks and it's still, all these still perform fine. But I'm gonna stick to this side of the palette and these two, like maybe all this. Like I'm not even gonna try to touch these. No way, but I have options again. Do you guys remember this one? I forgot all about this one. This is my Tarte Make Believe in Yourself. And this one was a tough one to hit pan on, my goodness. These are beautiful, and I love that I was able to hit pan on one of these. I am going to try to hit it on the matte or this shade up here because this one looks lighter, this one looks lighter. Like these three right here are what I'm going to concentrate on because the other ones look like they're going to be a little bit of harder time. Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet. For it being a tiny palette, these pans are deep, and no surprise, it'll be one of these two. These I'll use, but it's going to be one of these two. The Nikki Tutorials palette by Beauty Bay. Okay, so I have one pan. It's going to be hard to hold this. So I want to do either this one, one of these shimmer shades in here. I think the shimmer shades are going to be my easiest ones, or these neutral mattes over here. This one's going to come out in the springtime, so I'm hoping to squeeze that one in. Give Me Glow Extra Spicy. This one has been discontinued and it is beautiful. I love this for the summertime. I've panned in this one and I'm going to this one or this one because these shimmers are rather easy to hit pan on. Maybe this one. The other ones are very strong and in your face. And unless I'm going to use them as, oh my goodness. Unless I'm going to use them as, what do you call it, blushes, it's going to be hard. I got 4 more, you guys. 4 more palettes. Violet Voss Holy Grail. This one's going to be easy to hit pan on another shade. I hit pan on this one. I have this whole top row to play around with. This one, these two right here, this one. I don't see myself having an issue. This one almost has pan in the corner, so maybe I'll just continue with that one. This one's not going to be hard at all. This is a recent pan. This is my Little Lady palette. I hit pan on this shade, but I do have these two easy pans to hit. So I don't see myself having an issue. And this one didn't seem too hard. Like if I kept going, I could have really made a dent in here. So we're working on that one. Ooh, my Naughty palette by BH, you guys. This one is tore up, this palette. Look, you guys can tell I love this one. So I hit pan on here. I am going to reach for this shade, this one. This one has a nice, like, look to it that I can hit pan on this one. But I'm going to do either a shimmery shade or these neutral shades here. Even, I think this one has a nice dip in it as well. Yeah. Even that one has a nice dip in it, so I get there. And last but not least is the biggest one that I have here. This is Hermannerisms Lucid Dream Eyeshadow Palette. I don't know if this even exists anymore, but here we go. Here is the shade that I hit pan on. And you guys, these are not that deep. This one's a beautiful shade, but I'm going to reach for one of these, this one for an inner corner, maybe that one. I'm going to try to stick to the easy ones, but that one is gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. That one, I have to like have a specific look or a specific pan those eyeshadows roll in for me to include that one. but I don't see myself having an issue with this one either. This is super heavy and bulky. So that's it, you guys. These are all the palettes that I am intending of keeping out. They're not going to go back in my drawers. They're going to stay in this basket in the corner. So whenever I hit pan on one of these, I put it back in my collection. I'll post it on my panning Instagram page. So if you don't follow me there, I would recommend you following me there. So that way you guys can see any pans or empties that I do have. I specifically put it in that Instagram account. So I'll put them on there, and then we're just going to gradually chip away. And let me tell you that this is going to grow because I'm continuing to pan those eyeshadows and other project pans. And if I hit pan on a palette that I don't have any pan on, it'll be included in this list. But I am being smart about it. And if I can bring one of these palettes into a project pan, I will, to be able to get that second pan within a project pan. So that's why I pulled them all out. So that is it, you guys. That is my goal, to get more use out of the ones that have pan in them so they can at least look more loved than some of these. Some of these I barely even touch, and I just use that one shade. So everything you need to know about Dossier will also be down in the description box. More videos for you on the screen. I'll check you guys there. Until then, adios.